What is still true is that there's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain.
Welcome back to Coast. George Norrie with you, John Rhodes. John, let's talk about these reptilians. In the biblical days, when, they said the devil came, and the description is kind of close to some of these reptilians. Is it possible that these demons, these devils, might be the reptilians?
I believe entirely that might be the case, because we have to see it from their historical point of view. They didn't know the term alien, or they weren't thinking of things that God could have created other than themselves.
The propagation of this race that is controlling things on this planet they're called the Illuminati. And the Illuminati are actually run by these 13 bloodlines, which are all of the royal families in Europe and in England. And they need the blood because they are, in fact, not human. They take human shape. They are reptilians. And they need the blood. The blood helps them maintain their reptilian shape, and it helps them maintain their sanity, and it helps them to live in this world because they are not from this world.
It's so sacred we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America?
This is a most important message from the Creator of the universe through His servant messenger, Gwendolen Ricks. This message will challenge many of my children, and so I will say at the beginning of this message to have the children of the living God go to their prayer closets after watching this video in order that I may confirm these words are of me. I will confirm my words to all of my children who are earnestly seeking me. I also want to remind my children that we are at the conclusion of the church era. We certainly are, and it is because this era almost at its end, that these revelations are being released by my messengers. My daughter Gwendolen is an end-times prophetess and has been chosen to bring these words forth. These are not her words, but these are the words of the one true King. I will not allow my daughter to be ridiculed by bringing forth these words. I will not take lightly to anyone who publicly attacks any of my end-times messengers. The stakes are too high, my children. The stakes are the millions of souls of my other children, and out of my love for them, I use certain messengers to bring very difficult messages forth. This is one of those messages. Brace yourselves, my children. This message comes at a most difficult time in the history of this country. The United States has been attacked from within, and it won't be until later this year that the children of God will truly realize that this message is true. It is pure truth, and as the Creator of the universe, I am sharing it with the children of God. My children, it is not my desire to upset you, or cause panic. It is also not my desire to cause a surge in anxiety, for I am a God of peace, and I am a God of love. My children, the United States of America has been under attack since the past 5 presidents have been in office. This is the most unbelievable message, but one that needs to be brought forth. Children, it is true that there are actually demons upon your earth, in the form of reptilians. These reptilians are now being more visible across the internet, as their protective coverings are wearing thin. In order for them to be concealed, they need to steal the blood of innocent children, and victims of violent crimes. There is something very unique within their DNA that creates this disturbing and necessary balance. They have been able to conceal their identity for decades, but now they are coming out of the closet, because it is the end of the church era, and they have a very clear agenda. They are trying to get the other children of God to accept the fact that there are life forms on other planets, and visitors from these other galaxies are welcome to come here. My children, if you are having a difficult time grasping this concept, come before me in your prayer closet and ask me to deliver unto you dreams. My daughter has been praying for more of the children of God to receive these sorts of dreams, and I am honoring her request. My children, there is a spiritual phenomenon called the presidential pentagram. It is a well-known fact among the reptilians. The final 5 presidents of the United States are actually infiltrated with demon, alien DNA. If you take the time to search the internet, you will find several instances where news reporters and photographers have caught their eyes transforming in the light from the flashes of cameras. Their eyes are very sensitive to light, and when multiple light sources are brought upon them, they have a difficult time concealing themselves. My children, there are even varieties of these reptilians that can morph or change their physical characteristics. Yes, this is true, children. The more pure-blooded the reptilian demons are, the easier they can change back and forth from their natural states to human states. The prime examples of this are the royals in the UK. If you will notice, my children, that their appearances are carefully micromanaged, and they are only outside for brief amounts of time. This is due to the fact that they cannot handle the natural sunlight for too long without drinking the blood of innocent victims. Ask me to show you this, my children. Ask me to show you this, and I will. I will give you eyes to see, and ears to hear what the Spirit of the living God has to say on this topic. Remember, children, remember the Matrix. You are in the Matrix. I am also asking my daughter to take my words on the last 5 presidents that have been in power in the United States. My children, this is a most difficult message to bring forth for her. It has consequences that she is willing to endure. The consequences are uncertain death, and more mockery. The last 5 presidents of the United States of America were all handpicked by the Illuminati. They most certainly were. If ever a time in the history of the democratic world a lie was told, it would be that the votes of the Western world were actually unfairly counted. My children, if you knew how many times the presidential elections were falsely counted, it would make your proverbial head spin. This is one of the most painful parts of the Matrix, to show you, children, that living in a democratic society actually means nothing. Each of the past 5 American presidents has been chosen by the Illuminati to carry out the alien, demon agenda upon your planet. It will truly be up to the children of God to go to their prayer closets and speak my holy words against this conspiracy in order to save your planet. I am asking my daughter to send an additional message from the throne room of the living God, to continue to teach the children of God how to overcome the things coming to their earth. It is a great spiritual battle, my children. It is a spiritual battle that can be won. Are you ready to fight with the children of the living God? First, I am asking you to bring the first part of this message to me in your prayer closets, to seek confirmation. I will send the second part of this message in approximately 1 week. Love, Jesus Christ, the one true Messiah.
So take us through one of these rituals that you conducted at the highest level of this global brotherhood. What would happen?
And then they have these children that they're kidnapping and bringing in from other countries, and no one misses them, because these are third world countries. And children are they have the most energy, the purest energy, they're the highest form of sacrifice. They are used as actual blood sacrifices during these rituals because of, again, reptilians needing their blood. Yes, I have seen at rituals, I have seen George Bush, I have seen Henry Kissinger, I have seen Ronald Reagan. I have seen Hillary Clinton before I knew she was Hillary Clinton at the time. At these rituals, she is involved. I have seen Tony Blair there, and he shapeshifts. I've seen shapeshift into reptilians. J. Rockefeller, and he shapeshifts. These people seem to all be connected to the Illuminati. There are eggs. It's like a nest of eggs kept down in that part where it's warm. It's very warm down there into this entrance, and these eggs are kept down there incubating, and they are the reptiles' eggs.
A new world order. To lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
Their leader, Pat Robertson, has written in a book a few years ago that we should have a world government, but only when the Messiah arrives. He wrote, and literally, any attempt to achieve world order before that time must be the work of the devil. Well, join me. I'm glad to sit here at the right hand of Satan. I'm glad to sit here at the right hand of Satan.
So we have to shape an international order that can meet the challenges of our generation.
We needed a new world order.
Out of it came a new Europe, a new world order.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.